Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It's Rocco's back at you with another edition of Old and Busted versus New Hotness. Today we'll be talking about Cable. This salty motherfucker right here. So, first off, a little bit about Cable. His first appearance is debatable by some. Marvel goes with Uncanny X-Men number 201, which was the first person of Cyclops' baby, Nathan Christopher Summers, who would grow up to be Cable. Others say this includes Cable co-creator Rob Liefeld, say that it was New Mutants issue number 87 from 1990, where Cable made his first full appearance. The whole thing being that, and initially, Cable was not intended to be the temporarily displaced son of Cyclops. Him and his arch nemesis Strife were supposed to have kind of a running feud, and it would turn out that they were one and the same. But Marvel said no, and I don't entirely blame them. So, in HeroClix, in bygone days of HeroClix, we had a rev set of him way back in Mutant Mayhem, and then in Giant Size X-Men, he appeared as half of a duo figure chase, Cable and Deadpool, and then there was also an OP kit figure from the set, which utilized the sculpt from the Cable sculpt from the Cable and Deadpool chase figure. So that brings us to more recent versions. So to get things started, after the release of Wolverine and the X-Men, which had team bases, there were some OP kits which featured alternative characters to place on the team bases, such as Cable for the New Mutants. This is based on his first appearance. It's no shirt, and the gun is very much like it is even actually sculpted in such a manner to be based on it's got all the things going on that Cable had in those early days. So, this Cable comes in at 118 points, has the Future, New Mutants, Six-Pack, and Soldier keywords. Got a couple of traits. First off is New Mutants, explaining that he can be attached to the New Mutants team base instead of magic. And when attached, if the New Mutants has Magic's asset ability, it has Cable's instead. Then we have the trait New Team Leader. Cable can use leadership. When he does, and the result of the die roll is a 6, other friendly characters with the New Mutants keyword are considered adjacent and a lower point value. Okay, alright, so if he's not adjacent to anyone with a action token, well, someone might be. Only on a 6. Alright, then we got we open up with a special action on speed. Body Slide. Cable can use phasing teleport and running shot. He may be given a double power action to use phasing teleport with a locked speed value of 12, and after actions resolve, he can make a ranged combat attack as a free action, and he can use an enhancement this turn. Okay, that's all right. I'm digging that. Anyways, Body Slide clicks into Flurry. On attack, we click into the special power. Too bad your hand got slagged. When Cable makes a ranged combat attack, he can't target more than one character, and he modifies his damage value by -1. Okay, this is very storyline appropriate for storyline specific. That clicks into penetrating psychic blast. On defense, we open up with invulnerability, which gives way to toughness, which gives way to invincible. And then on damage, we click into close combat expert, and that is Cable from his first, based on, like I said, based on the first appearance. The next version of Cable we would get would be the prize figure from Avengers vs. X-Men. This specific Cable figure is based very much off of the miniseries Avengers X Sanction, as is this action figure of Cable. Wait. Oh. Discard this because it's right there. Okay. So, this version of Cable comes in at 124 points. Has the future, past, soldier, exports, and X-Men keywords. Again, 2 traits. First off is Save Hope. Adjacent friendly characters named Hope Summers modify their defense value by +1, if not already modified by this effect. Then we've got Coming After All of You. Cable modifies his attack and damage value by +1 when attacking a character with the Avengers keyword or team ability. Okay. Anyways, the dial itself. We'll open up with speed. We've got we open up with a special power, Time Slide. Cable can use phasing teleport and shape change. And phasing teleport with 12 speed. That's something, all right. However, no move and attack. That gives way to Running Shot, which gives way to Earthbound Neutralized, which only would get rid of his dominability. On attack, we click into the special power. There's always Plan B. Cable can use the duo attack ability. When he does, during the second attack, he can use Precision Strike. But that gives way to Penetrating Psychic Blast. On defense, like I mentioned earlier, he's got dominability. Or he's indomitable, so built-in willpower. Start off with toughness. That gives way to invulnerability, so we're actually getting better. And then we've got regeneration. I think, though I'm not certain. Seriously, this guy has been jerked about staying standing. Get a quick look here. No, it's okay. Yeah. Thought maybe we'd have a quick return to toughness between vulnerability and regeneration, but no. Then on damage, we open up with Outwit, which gives way to Perplex. Okay. Then next up, we've got the Deadpool booster set, the super rare Cable. Now I don't know what's happened to his character card, but there are other options. So this particular version of Cable, he starts off with Running Shot. Then clicks into the special speed-powered body slide, which allows him to use Running Shot along with improved route, ignores elevated terrain, hindering terrain, and blocking terrain. Okay, so everything except characters. And then I think that's it looks like yeah, it looks like phases. He's got that for a while, and then let's see. Last click. Yeah, phasing teleport at the end there. Okay. Then on movement, starts off with 11 attack and telekinesis, which okay, that's cool. Except that he's 163 points, so it's a bit pricey for a TK cannon. Late dial TK would actually have been a little bit better, as in my opinion, as I'll take some hits, but he can still be useful. So next up, we've got 3 clicks of Penetrating Psychic Blast, followed by the special attack power Technopath. Opposing characters within Cable's range and line of fire modify their attack value by -2 when making a ranged combat attack. Okay. Defensively speaking, we open up. Well, first off, he's Indomitable. Starts off with Indomitable, then we get some Toughness, then some Energy Shield Deflection. Damage, we start off with a special power, Telepathic Future Leader. Cable can use Leadership, Outwit, and Perplex. This power can't be countered. Now that is actually something nice to see. Basically, a common thing when you got outwitters is to say, "Oh, hey, you got someone with a prob. Well, I'm gonna outwit that prob." However, with this cable, no, you're not. And after that, for a little while, we get some range combat expert. And like I said, he comes in at 163 points, has the Future, New Mutants, Ruler, Six-Pack, Soldier, X-Force, and X-Men keywords. Whew, that's a mouthful. Alrighty. We'll set that aside. Next up, we've got from Deadpool and X-Force, the Booster Cable. This guy has popped up quite a bit on this channel. He is honestly one of the better versions of the figure to date. So let's get into it, shall we? Comes in 120 points. He's got the New Mutants, Six-Pack, X-Force, X-Men, Armor, Future, Soldier keywords. Improved movement ignores hindering terrain, as well as the trait X-Force, which gives him stealth. Then he opens up with a special movement power Body Slide, which allows him to use Phasing Teleport. When he does so and moves 5 squares or less, after action resolve, he may make a close or range attack. Okay. Then that gives way to regular running shot. Then we're back to Body Slide. Then 2 clicks of Flurry. Then back to Body Slide. On attack, we open up with Penetrating Psychic Blast, which gives way to Energy Explosion. Then on defense, we open up with Techno-Organic Body and Telekinetic Shield, a special power allowing Cable to use invulnerability. And when he has less than 2 action tokens, he can use Energy Shield Deflection. Okay. Then on after that gives way to Toughness, which gives way to Regeneration. Then on damage, we've got some Probability Control, followed by some Range Combat Expert, followed by some Exploit Weakness, and back to Probability Control. And finally, he has the X-Men keyword, or team ability. Honestly, right now, I would probably say this is the best cable that's been made to date. But it's not the best cable we've seen. Also, I realized that the new Hotness for the sake of this video is 2 years old. So, yeah. Finally, we've got ourselves Cable from the Cable and X-Force Task Forces. This Cable comes in 100 points even. He's got no team abilities. So we've got Six-Pack, X-Force, X-Men, and Soldier keywords. We've got a trait Fighter from the Future. Cable can use Phasing Teleport and Range Combat Expert. Okay. Actually, having those traded is quite nice. Then on attack or on speed, we open up with Running Shot, which gives way to Sidestep, which gives way to Stealth. Okay. We got 4 clicks of Telekinesis on attack. Then on defense, we get 2 clicks of Toughness, 3 clicks of Energy Shield Deflection, and a click of Regeneration. Okay. And then on damage, we start off with 2 clicks of special power one way or another. Allows Cable to use leadership. If he fails a roll for leadership, he can use Outwit until your next turn. Okay, so either way, it's not a total loss. And then after two clicks of that, 2 empty clicks, we get 2 more clicks of one way or another. So, in closing, I would say, like I said, this is the best Cable to date, but I think they can do better. For example, the failings of this figure include the lack of leadership, the inability to use penetrating second blast, which is move and attack power, which, to be perfectly honest, in my opinion, really downgrades that move and attack power. Running, for example, if he had something along the lines of this Cable's running shot, allowing him to, you know, or the phasing, or, well, actually, remember, if he had, for example, running shot, but also had improved movement, ignores all the things, okay, alright. Hell, one thing I always have forgotten is the fact that more often than not, when Cable body slides, he does so with others. It's generally a way to get either A, his team into position, or to get his team out of a bad situation. So yeah. And actually we have ourselves a slight surprise in the form of Strife. As Strife is Cable's clone, it's only fitting. Her clone, and to be perfectly honest, arch nemesis, it's only fitting that he show up on the... Here's... Well, we're not likely to get another Strife figure anytime soon. So, this figure's from Cable, the Deadpool X-Force set. Comes in at 135 points. You got the Mutant Liberation Front, Armor, and Future keywords. He's got a trait, the Legacy Virus. When Strife is KO'd, choose a named keyword. Opposing characters with that keyword are dealt penetrating damage equal to half their current click number. This can't be ignored. So, to be perfectly just talking about, you want to, he's someone you want to get rid of right off the bat. And so, if you're running him, it's best to keep him in the back. Anyway, so look at the dials. We start off with some stealth, which leads to mind control, which is fitting as both Cable and Strife are powerful psionics. Mind control gives away a running shot. On attack, we start off with a special power, Mind Over Matter. Strife can use telekinesis. He can use it as a free action if he's been given a non-free action this turn. So, say you've got someone that you got a Class A attacker, but no way to, but their running shot with their movement attack puts them just out of range of an opposing figure. Well, that's fine. Move Strife up there. TK him into move and attack, and TK there's a free action. TK the guy into move and attack range and have at it. So okay, that's quite nice, and it takes up half of his dial. Then we've got some. After that, we got the Pulse Wave. Always good to have handy. On defense, he doesn't have Indomitable. Unlike 3 versions of his clone. But he does have Invulnerability, which then gives way to Toughness, which gives it a regen. And then on damage, we open up with the special power Dawn of a New Age. Strife can use Leadership and Outwit. After a click of that, we get a couple clicks of Range Combat Expert, which then clicks us back, and then after that, we're back to Dawn of a New Age. So this is actually this is a case where yes, the new Hotness is definitely superior to the old and busted. Something similar to this would actually be a good template to build from for a future version of Cable, but also look at some of the other versions that have come before, especially when it comes to body slide mechanics. Anywho, that is it for today. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to be notified when I put up new content. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, and Patreon in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying live long and rock hard.